Hello degenerates, Big Team here with another video for Nikke Goddess of Victory, and today we are going to be sharing a lot of tips for new players. So tips I wish I knew before I started playing myself. Now this is going to be a lot of information, so any questions you guys have, just leave them in the comments, and if the video is useful, just subscribe and share it with your friends so you help me grow the channel. So let's just get into it. Now the first tip I'm going to give you guys is related to the weekly missions. If you don't know, right now it's easy to complete the weeklies, but on the long run we have to complete one of the 20 points missions, and those are recruit 20 Nikkes or break a limit. Breaking the limit of a character is getting a dupe. Right now you might be lucky, on the long run we don't know if this is going to be sustainable, so what do you need to do? Add 30 friends, guys. Don't forget to add them and always send your points and receive them so you can pull on this banner. This banner counts toward that 20 recruitment limit. And you also can get SSRs. There's just a 2% chance, but it's still better than nothing. Related to your friends also, go to the end of the list, people that are not logging on more than a day, maybe 2 days, depending on what you want. Remove them and add new people. If you can't find people, go to the Discord. The official Discord has a channel just dedicated to that. So yeah, moving on to the second tip, guys, and this is related to the shop. If you are buying the weekly battle, oops, it's not this one. If you are buying the monthly card, the one that gives you every single day 100 gems, as you can see, don't mess up like I did. This purchase will give you every single month 330 gems. Now the game doesn't separate the gems, so as you can see I have 183 and just 17 charged because I wasted them on single pulls. So be careful with that, because it's better if you save the charge gems for the specific banners. Right now we have one, this one. As you can see, sometimes we will get the banners that are only for charge, and that will have a guaranteed SSR. It's better if you save your charge them for that. If you don't remember like I did, don't worry too much and just do it the next time. So the next tip, guys, for those of you who don't know, it's related to leveling your characters. Don't bother leveling up SSR characters. Focus on the SRs, and if you get dupes, then you can level up your SSRs. Why we do this? Because your SRs limits are going to be 160, while your SRs are going to be 80. And as you can see, you can remove that cap by using the synchro device that you will unlock as you play. If you want to know how you can unlock more slots for your synchro device, I have a video for that on my channel. Just go check that out. Next tip, even though we've already mentioned that, it's related to combat. If you guys don't know, when you are going into any combat, you will see a recommended power level. So there's two options here. Either it's in blue or on red. As you can see, if we go, oops, stop. If you go into this combat, okay, you'll see right now my power is 20,000 and they ask for 23,000. What does it mean? It's going to be harder. Not only that, but you also get a reduction on its stats. Your stats will be 75% instead of 100%, so you will deal less damage. So don't bother, or at least you shouldn't bother too much trying the harder levels until you upgrade your team. Moving on to the next tips, guys, and that is your wipeouts and your interception. So what's the wipeout? You can come here, click wipeout once a day, it's going to be free, then you can spend gems. When should you do this? At the end of the day, just before the reset. And why not do this just when it's starting? Because you will progress when you start playing. So when there's a reset, you'll do your dailies, your weeklies, or whatever event, and you will get more powerful, so you will improve your squad. And you might also level up your outpost. So these rewards are tied to that. So if you wait, you auto your level, you will get better rewards. And the same goes for the interception. If you have a better team than yesterday, you might be able to get a better score and better gear for your characters. So do this always at the end of the day, not when it's starting. So next tip, it's related to boxes. And I don't follow this one because even though a lot of people say it, I don't think it's necessarily like super useful, but that's just my opinion. So you will get a lot of boxes that say 1 hour or 2 hours. That's not a timer, it's just the amount of resources you will get. This is an idle game, so those boxes will give you credits, just the same materials that you will get here. When should you use those boxes? It's when you are really stuck on a chapter or on a level and you can't progress any further, then you use those boxes. Because if you use them really early in your game, you will not be able to progress as much to get as much resources. So yeah, maximize when you use those, guys. Next one, we also made a video, but in case you don't know, don't play on 30 FPS because that for some fucking reason reduces your DPS by around 20-10% depending on your device. That happens more on mobile than on emulators, so if you're not on emulator, up to you, but if you're playing on the phone, make sure you're playing at 60 FPS, guys. Now, going back to our Nikkes, you might have noticed that a lot of chapters, a lot of campaign combats are related to synergy. So, for example, some units may be weak to Zeus, which is lighting in this game. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a 10% damage reduction or increase in case if you are doing more damage. So don't focus too much on that and focus on the characters that you like or that are really good for your team. Next tip, also on your characters, make sure you upgrade your gear, guys. So as you can see, you have 3 items here that will give me attack and HP, and I have one that will give me HP and defense. When should you upgrade this? When you are stuck. And the same goes for the skills. Unless you are absolutely sure there's a character that you really like and you are going to use. In my case, I know I will be using Scarlet. Don't waste your materials. They are really hard to get. We only get some every single day, and it's, for example, up to level 4, it's easy to level up. I wouldn't worry too much, but after that, it gets really scarce. So the purple and the gold materials are going to be really a pain to farm. So don't waste your materials upgrading skills unless you know you have good characters. Again, in my case, I know Novel and Scarlet Knitter are really good, so I will level them up. This will also give you a really boost in your power level for your squad. So every single time you do that, you may be able to progress further. Another tip, and that's regarding your dailies, don't forget you can do advice 5 times a day, but also you can give gifts to your Nikkes. And as you can see, I have 2 rank 10s, 3, and then I have rank 1, 2, 3, depending on the characters. Why I have a Scarlet and Rappy and Litter on level 10 or rank 10? Because it gives you a boost on your stats. So it will have more attack, more defense, more life, everything. And that's good for the characters. As you can see, if we go to additional here, I have 400 extra attack, 9000 life, and 60 defense. Just for giving her some gifts. You can, if you want to know how you can get past level 10, I have a video, but basically when you get the dupes for SSRs, you will be able to get to level 12 or 15, I think it is. And the last tip, guys, it's in the shop. Don't forget you have a free item every single day. It's random. We don't know if you can get currency or maybe some tickets or whatever, but every single day you're going to have a free item here. Don't forget to grab that. And if you find something that's really good for you right now, don't be afraid to buy it. I wouldn't waste, for example, on gift tickets for 400 gems. That's a lot of gems for something that you will get every single day by doing your dailies. But if you get, for example, the battle datasets, that's something good. The core dust is really good if you get it for cheap or for free. And sometimes you will have to buy gear to complete some missions. So yeah, guys, that's about it. Basically, that's all the tips that I have for today. If you found anything that was useful, just share with your friends, help me out with the channel. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below, and see you guys in the next one.